This is such a beautiful film. So
Thank you.
beautifully done, and the performances are just breathtaking in it. Now, Alan, I know that you have a bit of a personal connection to the story, so I have to know what inspired you to write this movie.
30 years ago, I was living in New York City, and I went home to my hometown of Marietta, Georgia, to come out of the closet to my mother. And she surprised me by saying, well, I blame your father for this because I think he was that way too. And the next day we were driving around North Georgia and we drove past a lake, and she said very nonchalantly, that's where Sam Lassiter drowned. And I said, who's Sam Lassiter? And she went, he was a real good friend of your daddy's. And I just sort of kind of went, whoa. And a window opened up in my brain of like, what if that was true? Because I don't know if my dad was gay or not, because he had already died by the time I came out to my mom. So I never had a chance to talk to him about it. So I just had this idea of what if, and it percolated for years and years and years. And I guess about 4 or 5 years ago, I sat down and started writing, and Uncle Frank is what came out.
Now, Paul, what was your first reaction after reading the script?
I should preface this answer with, as a huge Alan Ball fan, and I got a script.
Aren't we all?
That said, Alan wants you to play the lead in his movie. So I was poised. I was poised to say yes, and I read it, and it has, I thought, one of the most beautiful, beautifully wrought, elegant bit of writing in the third act turn, where you think the audience thinks they've understood what is the original sin, what is the original sin of Frank, what is driving his sort of guilt and shame. And then the twist that when the narrative punch that carries, where it just catches up with you, how awful and how responsible he feels for what happened, I think was just so brilliant. And then Alan and I got on the phone and talked a lot about it and why me, and what I could bring to it, and what we both thought it was about and who it was for, and those sorts of important questions. And we both were really aligned. And I frankly wanted to be in an Alan Ball movie.
Happy birthday, Daddy Mac.
Well, that one's wrapped up so nice, it must be from Frank. Electric shoe polisher.
Next.
I never knew why Daddy Mac was so mean to Uncle Frank. He was the kind of person I wanted to be. Smart and funny and considerate.
You're gonna be the person you decide to be, or you're gonna be the person everyone else tells you are. You get to choose.
Can I come visit you sometime? Hi, I'm Frank's niece.
Oh my God, Beth, nice meeting you. Frank didn't tell me you were coming.
That's because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Oh, well, okay, this is gonna be very exciting.
How do you know Uncle Frank?
He's my roommate.
Wally and I lived together, we have for 10 years.
Never known anybody who was gay before.
Of course you have. Choir director of church.
Mr. Dickerson? But he's so...
What?
Religious.
Ah! Hey, Mom. How?
Heart attack just out of nowhere, getting into the car.
You need me for this. You know you do.
No, Wally, you're not coming.
We can take turns driving.
Are you the stupidest man alive?
Obviously. Look who I'm with.
Did you always know you were gay?
I always knew I was different.
What's wrong?
Wally? Oh, hey! You forgot your razor. You rented a car? Isn't it snazzy?
Oh, Mom. Beth, I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone in the family about me.
You want to stay by yourself in a motel?
Uncle Frank is staying there too. So is Wally. Who's Wally?
What is the relationship between the two of you and the young lady over there?
Oh, she's my niece.
I'm his nephew.
That doesn't sound right.
That sounds wronger and wrong.
You're not gonna run away from this your whole life.
Frank!
You need to be part of your family.
I don't want to be a part of my family.
But I've traveled a long way.
So when you told me I should be what I want to be, that was just bullshit. You know, that conversation changed my life.